Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I got an old friend. This is a great coffee. Yeah, that's terrific. I've got 8 o'clock coffee. Now, this bag is empty. I had enough just for about 4 or 5 cups of coffee this morning, so I finished it off, brewed it up this morning. This is an absolutely terrific coffee. I like it a lot. A lot of viewers talk up this coffee. They like it a lot. A cartooning pal of mine, Gary Brookins, I believe, he loves this coffee. He upvoted it. Of course, Gary is cartoonist known for Pluggers and Shoe. Really, really talented cartoonist. So he highly recommended this to me. So thanks to you, Gary, and to all the other viewers for talking about 8 o'clock coffee, because it really is a terrific coffee. And now that the bag is empty, it gives me an opportunity to go out and get some more. And here's my coffee mug this morning. The John From coffee mug from Phoenix Shaving. Love this artwork. Of course, it's on both sides of the mug, as you can see. This is a terrific coffee mug. I love that artwork. And it's a magic coffee mug. You put in the hot beverage and the artwork lights up. When you see this cold, it's just a black coffee mug. And then when you put in the hot beverage, put in the hot coffee, all of a sudden the artwork pops out. It's just terrific. So I'm, you might see this fade during the video shoot. I'll have to try to refill it with, get a hot refill so that it stays consistently visible throughout all the questions and everything. I'm going to probably have to get one of those little coffee mug hot plates. They're about this size here, maybe a little bit larger, and you plug them into the wall, and then you put your coffee mug on there, and it keeps the coffee warm inside the mug. And I'm assuming that if the coffee is warm, it's going to keep this art visible, so I don't have to go back for a refill all the time. But still, a neat little device to keep your cup of coffee warm in the morning. If you're distracted by paperwork or whatever, working at the office, probably a great little device to have. So I'm going to look into one of those. And speaking of John From, in the artwork and everything, a lot of viewers, whenever they see this coffee mug, they talk about, hey, Mark, you ought to try the shaving soap. It's great. And you know what? I finally went ahead and I got some John From shaving soap in Formula CK6. You can see right here, Formula CK6 right there. Yeah, and this is that's a beautiful scent. That is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful scent. So I'm really looking forward to shaving with this and doing a review on it. This is really a nice, very masculine scent. I think I've heard it's described as musk. It's just wonderful. And of course, I've got the after shaving cologne and the Star Jelly to go with it. So really looking forward to reviewing it. And again, love the artwork. Just love the artwork. Go to the product page. If you're not familiar with this, go to the product page on Phoenix Shaving and look up John From and read about this. The way it's spelled, F-R-U-M, John From. Read about that. That is some really interesting history, and it's neat how it's intertwined with this shaving soap. So yeah, that's great. Looking forward to that. So I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Hey, I got my green shirt on because in 2 days, St. Patrick's Day. So allow me to wish you an early happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you have a great St. Patrick's Day this Wednesday. We got some great questions here. And before we get to them, let's kick it off with a morning shaving tip. Okay, so this week's shaving tip comes from viewer Joe Rouse. Rhymes with house. And Joe writes, "Hi, Mark. I have found that a mason or ball jar makes a great cup for soaking my brush prior to a shave. I had been soaking my brush in a bowl, but it was too shallow and the brush wasn't getting completely wet. We have several of these jars around the house from jams and jellies that we have received over the years, and I decided to try one of those instead. I use a small jar, looks to be about 6 to 8 ounces, fill it about 2/3 of the way, and just plop the brush straight down into it. Most of my brushes fit perfectly. Bigger brushes are a little more snug, but still work. You just want to make sure you don't overfill the jar because the brush will display some water. You could also avoid this by putting the brush in first and then filling the jar with water. Love your channel. Thanks for all your effort on it. Joe Rouse, rhymes with house. Thanks very much for that tip. And yeah, I've got some of these jars around the house as well. I've got two sizes here. I've got this size ball jar right here, and I got this larger one here. Now, when you say about 6 to 8 ounces, I think you're talking about this one here. This one is considerably larger. I don't know how large this one is, but this one has a marking on the side here that indicates 6 ounces right here. I don't know if you can see that on camera, 6 ounces. And yeah, this looks like it would be the perfect size for a brush. For instance, here's my atomic rocket from Phoenix Shaving. This is a 26 millimeter knot. And that just, as long as I just close that knot up a little bit, that fits in there very nicely. And you could see how you could fill that up with water and that would soak the entire brush. And it would stay there, won't topple over. That's really, really good. That fits in there nicely. Here is my amber aerolite. That's about a 24 millimeter knot. That fits in there nicely. That really does. Yeah, that's really, really good. Here's my Vikings Blade Fire Mare shaving brush. This one fits in there. Look at that. Not a problem at all. I got several brushes here I'm going to show you. Omega boar brush. Yeah, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect for a boar brush, and you want to soak a boar brush. And, you know, to break it in and that sort of thing, this would be good if you got a new boar brush, I would think. You know, you could just... Matter of fact, if you saw my tip, now that I think about it, if you saw my tip regarding breaking in a boar brush and a shortcut to that, where you put some cold water in here, you put the brush in, don't soak the handle, just soak the knot, and then put that in the refrigerator for 3 days, and then take it out and use it. That kind of speeds up the break-in process. And I think I may have used, I have to look at that video, I think I may have used either this jar or possibly this jar to do it. So that'd be... I have to look at that. It's kind of coincidental. But yeah, that works. Here is my Peregrino brush from Phoenix Shaving. I believe it's a 24 millimeter knot, and it's got that great green handle. Hey, just fits in perfectly with St. Patrick's Day, right? Green handle, green shirt, right? That fits in there. Well, that fits in there very nicely. Yeah, that works. That works well. Now, I would think that the Yaki 30 millimeter knot would be a rather tight fit for this, right? And you know what? Not a problem at all. Goes right in. Yeah, I mean, you know, you have to be careful putting it in, but sure, you know, I'm squeezing the knot a little bit here like this to try to get it in there so it doesn't splay through over the rim. But that seems to work. Not a problem at all. That's a really, really neat tip. Now, also I mentioned the Peregrino. I wanted to mention to you that Mantic59 posted on had a blog post I recently saw where he's talking about different pieces of shaving gear. And he happened to say this about the Peregrino shaving brush. He said, personally, I think the fiber of the PAA Peregrino brush is competitive with the higher grades of badger hair at a much lower price point. So there you go. I've talked about how wonderful this shaving brush is. Mantic59 agrees that it is a great performing shaving brush at a really nice price point. And yeah, if he's comparing with higher level badger brushes, wow, that's saying quite a bit for this brush. So yeah, if you're looking for a new shaving brush or a shaving brush to start out with, this is a very, very good brush. The Peregrino from PAA Phoenix Shaving. All right, so thanks very much for that shaving tip there, John Rouse. Really do appreciate it. Actually, Joe Rouse, sorry. Thanks for that shaving tip, Joe Rouse. And to say thanks, here is an original sketch. And I got your name right, Joe Rouse. I got it right. They're right there. So this little George sketch is my way of saying thanks for sharing the tip. So all you have to do is send me your snail mail address, email me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will get this sketch off to you. Thanks very, very much, Joe Rouse, rhymes with house. Really appreciate you sharing the tip with everyone. Okay, let's go back for a refill. Okay, today's refill explores affordable shaving gear. We talked about that in the previous Monday mailbag about getting affordable shaving gear for the first time wet shaver, the new wet shaver out there, what they could buy without spending a lot of money, without breaking the bank. And there were some great suggestions. And Tim Whitcup added his suggestions, and he wrote Lord L6 razor, Arco shave stick, shark blades, Dollar General Classic aftershave, a small investment for a new wet shaver. And I agree with all those picks. Yeah, those are really, really very, very good. The Lord L6 razor, I think it says like maybe between $5 and $7, $6, something like that on Amazon. And I believe it comes with a Lord Platinum razor blade. It comes with one Lord Platinum razor blade. And these are really good razor blades as well. I think you can get 100 of these for about $8, $9 on Amazon. These are terrific. But the Lord razor is really a terrific razor for, like I say, $7, $6, $7. And it is an aluminum handled razor. It has a zinc alloy chrome plated razor head. So it does give you a little bit of weight on the razor head, so that weight will allow the razor to do all the work during the shave. It gives a wonderfully smooth, efficient shave. I was very, very surprised by this. And it's a very small investment for someone who wants to try the traditional wet shave with the safety razor. And if you like it, if you like doing the traditional wet shave, then you can kind of move up from this razor and get into some of the higher priced razors. And there are a lot of great razors out there. And they run the gamut from $15 to $20 to $30 to $40, $60, $80, $100, depending on what you want. Really some great, great choices out there. The traditional wet shave seems to be exploding because there's so much shaving gear out there. But yeah, this is a good choice for someone who just wants to try the traditional wet shave and doesn't want to spend a lot of money. Like I say, it's anywhere from $5 to $7. I'd have to check the price on Amazon. But I think I spent like maybe $6.50 when I bought this one. And it came with a Lord Platinum razor blade, one Lord Platinum razor blade. And based on that, I bought some more of these. I think that's how it worked. Or maybe I bought the blades first and then bought the razor afterwards. Can't remember. But anyhow, the razor and the blade, both very, very good. Now, the Arco shave stick, I agree with you. Great value. Although in order to get the cost down to where these are $1, $1.50, $2 a piece, something like that, you might have to buy a larger quantity, maybe 8, 10, 12 of them, something like that on eBay or Amazon. If and a lot of wet shavers don't like the scent. They don't like the scent. So if you don't like the scent after buying a dozen of these in order to get a deal, then you're going to be stuck with a dozen of these and you might not like the scent. So I don't mind the scent. I think it's fine. I don't have any problem with it. But if you just want to try Arco, you could get the Arco shave soap right here in a little shaving container. This is, up on Amazon. I've got it right here. I can show you on Amazon. Let me click over to that. This is Arco shaving soap in a bowl, 90 grams. Alexa, how many ounces is 90 grams?
90 grams is about 3.2 ounces.
Okay, so it's 3.2 ounces for $6.94. I think that, that's not too bad, but I think a better deal is the Omega shave soap. And I think it has a more agreeable scent to a lot of wet shavers. This is great. This is eucalyptus. No menthol in it, just eucalyptus. And on Amazon, this is about 5.29 ounces. And it's $7.90. It's less than $8. And they give you a lot for less than $8. And I'm using it, and I've hardly made a dent in it. Of course, yeah, I'm rotating with other shave soaps. But yeah, this has great performance, makes a great lather, wonderful protection, nice scent, a little more agreeable, I think, for most wet shavers. Either one is good. Arco or Omega is good. I just think with Omega, you get more for the money. And I think it's probably the best bang for the buck when it comes to shaving soap out there. Really, this is terrific, terrific shaving soap. I like this a lot. Viewer J. Michael Hines sent this to me, and one of his favorite soaps. And thank you again, J. Michael Hines. This is just really a wonderful shave soap. I really do enjoy using it. A great a great deal. Now, as far as some of the other things that you've mentioned on this list, Dollar General Classic Aftershave, I don't have any of that right here. If I do, I can't find it right at the moment. But it's just like Brute, looks similar to Brute. I think Family Dollar has a similar brand of aftershave that is Brute-like. But yeah, even if you wanted to buy Brute itself, that's not that expensive. You could get this on Amazon or at any of the big box stores, that sort of thing. So yeah, those are all really good selections for, the traditional wet shave. You can even get, and he went on to say you could probably get the Omega Bore brush. He added in a comment later that the Omega Bore brush, you can get this for really a low amount of money. This is ordinarily about $14.50. I just saw it on sale on Amazon for less than $12, about $11.90 or $11.50, something like that. So yeah, not a bad brush. This is really a good performing brush for about $10. Really good. So you figure with $6 for this, $10 for that, that's $16. It comes with a razor blade, so you don't have to buy any blades if you just want to try a shave right out of the box. And then another, $6 for, well, $7, $8. Let's call it $8. So, I mean, do the math. You're not looking at a lot of money in whatever this is. I mean, you could probably get started for less than $30, $35, somewhere in there. I'm just trying to do it in my head here. But yeah, you can do that. Or you could upgrade your razor a little bit, upgrade your soap, buy 100 razor blades, maybe buy a little better brush, or again, this is not a bad brush. And, mix and match, that sort of thing. You could probably start the traditional wet shave, I would say, for less than $60, in some instances, less than $50. So, it depends on the razor and the brush and the soap. I think those are the three key elements. The other things are pretty, are priced, those prices are a little more constant. But depending on the razor and the brush and the soap you get, those prices are going to vary a little bit. So probably anywhere from $30, $35 up to $60, you could start the traditional wet shave. And that's not a lot, that's not really a big investment, considering that if you like it, those materials, the soap and the blades, if you bought 100 blades, will probably last you a good 3 to 6 months, depending on how you use them. But anyhow, that's a great post there, a great comment, Tim. Really do appreciate you mentioning that, and just perfect for the refill. So if you have any suggestions for budget-minded items for a new wet shaver, please comment below and let us know, and we can always talk about that again in future Monday morning mailbags. Thanks again for that, Tim. Really do appreciate it. Okay, so this next question comes from viewer Senor Madridista. I believe I pronounced that right. That's Madridista. Madridista. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And he asks, are there any differences between the original Cella and the original 1 kilogram variant? And I wasn't sure what he was asking here, and I just said, it's the same soap and it's the same scent. And he wrote back and said that he read somewhere that the 1 kilogram block is better. I don't know about that. I have the 1 kilogram block right here, and I keep it in a plastic bag, and I keep it cool in the refrigerator. And I have already used this to actually refill this Cella soap right here, and I didn't think it's a great scent. I didn't think there was any difference in scents between the 1 kilogram block and this right here. And in looking at this is still in good shape right here, and the scent is still there. And I don't see. I've never. There was no difference between the 1 kilogram block and this. As I say, I've cut off a hunk and I've given it to my brother to use as shave soap. I've also cut off a hunk and I've refilled this container with it. And I have found no difference in scent or performance between this and this. There's just more of this than here. And I bought this just to review it and just to show viewers that, you can get this much Cella if you want this much Cella. And I'm afraid I'm not going through it as quickly as I thought I might have because of all the other soaps that I have. But again, I read someplace that in order to preserve this a little bit longer, to put it in the refrigerator. So I put it in a plastic bag and I put it in the refrigerator. And that seems to be working well. Again, like I say, I used it already once to refill this container here after I was running low. So that works out. So I don't know why there would be a difference in scent from here from this one to this one. It's just, I saw no difference. Now, if now there is a difference, I'm looking over here and I'm seeing there is a difference in scent between Cella Green and Cella Red. This is the aloe vera formula, and of course, this is the original tallow-based formula. This smells like Christmas cookies, and this smells like a fresh spring breeze. So there's a difference between those two, but I never found any difference between this one and the big block. So that's kind of the way I see it. If anyone out there has both of the Cella in the container and also in the block, and you have found a difference, please post a comment below and let us know. But thanks very much for that question, Senor Madridista. Thank you very much for the question. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so this is really neat. This next topic is really, really neat. A viewer and friend named Raul Alberto de la Rosa via Facebook Messenger has been telling me about 3D printing of safety razors. And he showed me one, and it's just amazing. He goes up to a website called treatstock.com where you can download the actual file to have that particular razor 3D printed. It's just absolutely amazing. And there are hundreds of designs up there for razors, shaving mugs, brush handles, that sort of thing. A lot of wet shavers are going up there now. They're discovering 3D printing, and they're using this TreatStock service to download the plan, so to speak, or the blueprints that you can then load into a 3D printer and then actually make a safety razor, a brush handle, a shaving bowl. I mean, when he was explaining this to me, it's absolutely amazing. And a lot of wet shavers are starting to discover this and are starting to experiment with programs like CAD and designing their own or modifying those designs from files that they've downloaded, I would think. Maybe they're allowed to do that, I don't know. But I would think that's probably be an extension of the process. You would get something and maybe modify it or learn from it, design your own. It's just amazing stuff. I also happened to see on Facebook from someone named John M. Vlasic, a razor that, this was a double-edged razor that he 3D printed, and I asked him if I could use his comments from his post, and he said absolutely, and he wrote, "I would like y'all to meet the Emerald City Razor." Now it kind of fits in this because it's a green razor, St. Patrick's Day. Resin 3D printed double edge. It's going to go great with some Phoenix shaving goodness over the next week as I break it in. There is absolutely no hardware in this beauty, all printed from high quality resin on my Elegoo Mars Pro. So that's what he's doing. He actually has a 3D printer. I don't know where Raul is doing his 3D printing. Maybe there's a service. I know that maybe there's a service out there that he's using. I know that the Cleveland Public Library here in Northeast Ohio has 3D printers available to the public. And all you have to do is, I guess, go in with your plans, your files. I believe you would bring your own resin and then load it up, and then there you go. You're doing 3D printing. Pretty amazing. But I wanted to share that with you because that seems to be a growing trend, not only in the wet shaving community, but a lot of other communities where people are doing this 3D printing. And it's just amazing to see razors that are 3D printed that you can actually use right after you print them. Just amazing, amazing technology. So I just wanted to share that with you. And my thanks to Raul Alberto de la Rosa for introducing me to this. I mean, I was aware of 3D printing, but I was not aware that it was catching on in the wet shaving community like that. So thank you very much, Raul. And also thanks to John M. Vlasic for allowing me to use that picture and his comments this morning in this morning's Monday morning mailbag. Thanks very much, guys. Okay, so viewer Charles Wise was commenting on a video I did on Rapira razor blades, and he wrote, "Great video, Mark. You should try Perma-Sharp and Persoanna Red blades also. They are sharp and very smooth. By the way, after watching you with the PAA Scuttle, I ordered one. I live in Pennsylvania, which also has a cold climate." Hey, thanks very much for that, Charles. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I like the Rapira blades a lot. And yes, I have used the Perma-Sharp blades. I have a few of these left. I can't remember if I've reviewed them on camera or not, but I do have them. I'll have to go through my videos and see if I've done a review of these. If I haven't, then I'll have to get one up on the channel because, yeah, as I recall, these were very, very good. Now, as far as the Persoanna Red blades, I've never used the Persoanna Red blades. I have used the original Persoanna blade. I call it the original blade that comes in a white wrapper and it has this kind of labeling on it. I used this early on, this Persoanna blade right here. And I thought it was very, very good, smooth and sharp. But then when I used this Persoanna razor blade here, these are Persoanna Blues that are made in Israel. Boy, this really, love this blade. So I'm really interested in using the Persoanna Reds because I believe those are made in Israel as well. But these are really, really good, the Persoanna Blues. Really interested in trying the Persoanna Reds. Now, that also leads me to talk about this blade right here, Voskod, or Woskod, however it's pronounced. Anyhow, I have received a lot of emails and comments from viewers who have said that sometimes these blades are just hit or miss. And I got to tell you, I've been using these. I've used probably, I don't know, 6, 8 of these blades since my review. Somewhere in there. Maybe 8's too many. Maybe a good, let's say 4 to 6, somewhere in there for both face shaves and head shaves. So I'm trying to figure out what the count would be. But I've used several of these blades, and I have yet to hit a bad one. As a matter of fact, I did a head shave with this just the other day, and it was beautiful. The head shave was absolutely beautiful. I think it was last night I did the head shave with the Voskod razor blade. Really, really very, very good. So I haven't had any complaint with these. But also the Perma-Sharp and the Persoanna Red are ones that I will try. But I like these a lot. And the Rapira, after using these, I used the Rapira and thought, wow, these are really, really good. Then I came back to these after reading some comments that people thought they were hit or miss. Love these. I mean, I thought this was in the lead. Now this is in the lead. So they're it's kind of like a horse race, I guess. These become these become my favorite. Then these become my favorite after I use them. So, they're both really, really good, but I have yet to come across a bad one. When I do come across a bad one, I'll be sure to report that in the next Monday morning mailbag. But so far, these have been great, especially for a head shave. That's where I thought I might have had maybe a little bit of a mishap, that sort of thing. But thanks very much for those razor blade recommendations, Charles. I will look into the Persoanna Reds and see if I can't get those. Maybe I'll get them in a sampler pack, something like that. As far as the PAA Scuttle, yeah, this has been wonderful. Love using this. I love the microfiber sack that it comes in. You can put all your sample soaps in here. I happen to have CAD and what do I have here? I have some samples of CAD. That has just been great. And also this is Planet Phoenix that I have here. So you can just kind of, put those in there like that and then get them in there and then, put everything in the bag, the microfiber bag, which also can double as a drying towel and a polishing towel, that sort of thing. And I have found, and this is what I'm thinking here, You could just, along with the stopper and the sample soaps and that sort of thing, you could even just, throw a razor in there as well. Put a razor in a little leather case and throw that in there. And, you could kind of put everything in there, maybe even a small travel Allen block, put everything in there, and then just put that into your checked luggage. You don't have to really pack that in your DOP kit. Just put this in, just kind of have everything and cinch that up like that, and then throw that into your checked luggage in a suitcase, and put it with your checked luggage, and take that on a flight, and everything will be there, right there like that, ready to go. So you can kind of maybe take that extra razor or take that, little extra shave soap, and then put some things in your DOP kit as well. I mean, it's just, that's what I plan on doing. If I travel with this, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put in an extra razor, put in some blades, put in, some shave soap, like samples like I have, maybe a shave stick. It'll all just be contained in this thing, and just, cinch it up, put it in my luggage, check it when I get to the airport, and then, I'm good to go. So thanks very much. I just wanted to mention that because I really do like the Travel Scuttle a lot. And Charles, I think you're going to like it a lot. I hope you like it. Let me know. Let me know how it works out for you, because I love mine. I really do. And thanks very much for the blade recommendations and the comments. Really do appreciate it. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this. I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. Check out Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for some great shaving gear. Check out Global Shave Clubs International for some great shaving gear. Check out VikingsBlade.com for some great shaving gear. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarksRadio. You'll find all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized. You can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and make it a great week.